Welcome, mortals, and a very happy holiday to you all, whatever it is you celebrate, that is. We demons do not celebrate Christmas for rather obvious reasons, but you all may find we have something that may sound similar: Krampusnacht. You mortals may have heard of it, a night where Krampus descends upon the towns of mortals to steal away naughty children. But none of you know the true tale that lies between the snow-laced depths of the neighboring kingdom of hell, the Third Circle. Sit back, dear mortals, and lend your ears to the tale of how hell froze over. Long before even my father was crowned, the Third Circle was not the winter wonderland it is now. Swamps with mud so cold it froze the damned in their tracks, and freezing winds no flame can heat. This was all the kingdom and its overrunning insectoid residents knew, other than their never-ending desire to consume. This was the kingdom of Beelzebub, the Lord of the Flies, ruler of gluttony. Beelzebub and his armies once were Hell's most feared military, rivaling even that of what the Seventh Circle is known for today. At Satan's will, Beelzebub and his legions could devour an entire planet in the span of a few hours, and lay irreparable destruction to all those who crossed their paths. With that power, entire planets were rendered extinct by Beelzebub's very claws. Then came one fateful day. He gathered his court and devised a plan, as he hungered for more power despite what he had already. What if I could use the coldness of my kingdom and harness its power to freeze over planets in eternal winter? He proposed to them. With this power, they would be able to execute planets even faster than before, and no mortal army would even come close to stopping them. They enacted a very dangerous ritual, one that if performed incorrectly could spell disaster. Fortune was not kind to Beelzebub, as the ritual quickly spiraled out of control. The mud turned to ice, and the winds bore violent blizzards onto the lands, enough to cover the entire circle in a storm. Demons unsuited for the cold, such as the millions of insectoids, all began to freeze to death. Beelzebub's once powerful army became nothing but icy statues of what they once were. Beelzebub tried everything he could to stop the effects of the spell, but it was all for naught. In his gluttony for power, the Third Circle froze over. Lord Satan saw the crisis that was befallen the once mighty kingdom, but was unable to reverse the effects of the ritual. There was nothing that could be done. In time, Beelzebub and all of his children succumbed to the cold, and now crowned the Frozen King. It was the greatest disaster in the history of hell, a complete failure of apocalyptic proportions, with nearly every living demon perishing, all for the sake of a ritual. For once, Lord Satan left his kingdom to see what remained, heartbroken of the destruction that lay before him. But then, he was surprised to find there were survivors. Yule hunters who once lived on the dark side of the mountains were migrating in as they were built for the intense cold, and among them, his dear cousin Krampus. Krampus, his wife Marie Lloyd, and the king of the hellhounds Cerberus were the only survivors of the once massive hive that was Beelzebub's court. Krampus's survival gave Satan an idea. Using his power, he anointed Krampus the new High King over the Third Circle, and cursed upon him a piece of his own abilities temporarily. With this, Krampus was tasked in rebuilding the Third Circle as souls lay in waiting, and he gave the circle a complete makeover. From the snow came towering, twisted pine trees. The decimated cities gave way to colorful buildings that looked as if they were made of confectionery, and decorated with trimmings of lights and ribbons. The Yule Haunters now ruled, and all new demons who came to reside now are fitted to live comfortably in the freezing lands. Under their rule, a new culture of grand Yuletide festivals came to be, and is now what the Third Circle is to this day. A new holiday was created, Krampusnacht, a festival to celebrate the rebirth of the Third Circle, all thanks to him. The day usually begins in grand feasts, but the true event is the opening of portals to the outer world. Yule Haunters are allowed to stalk the mortal planes under the night of what you mortal humans call Christmas Eve, picking off unlucky ones who they feel deserve to be stolen away. Among them, Krampus joins the festivities, leading them through the coldest of nights, and stealing away sinners never to be heard from again. So, mortals, as you hide under your beds from the devil of Yule, offer your thanks to him. It's quite odd to call the devil a savior of a once broken hellscape, but perhaps it will save your soul on this very night, no matter how naughty you may be, unless you're too far gone to be saved, of course. Good night, sleep tight, keep yourself out of hell's might. Merry Krampusnacht.